Hi everyone, and Jerry here, the Engerinaire. Yes, I didn't say Jerry this time. I'm coming to you as Jerry. Today, I completed my personal 30-day challenge. Yay! And you're probably saying, what's 30-day challenge? Yeah, because I never posted about it. It was something I was doing for myself. I think I told 4 friends about it and my parents knew about it, but other than that, it was just a little challenge I was doing for myself, and today was the end of it. So, my 30-day challenge, what did it entail and what did it teach me? So, in this 30-day challenge, I basically challenged myself to work out / exercise or just stay active. I called it just the stay active challenge, where I did that for 30 days, and the requirement was I needed to do some kind of activity every single day for at minimum 30 minutes. Now, you always hear people saying a couple of things like, oh, you need to work out at minimum 30 minutes every single day. So that's the reason why I chose 30 minutes as my requirement. I've also heard, it takes 30 days to build a habit. So 30-30 kind of makes sense, no? And yeah, so I thought it was a good time to do that. Not just good time to do it. It was something I think I just needed to do. Something I needed to do for myself. Back in July, August, I had a health scare, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but basically that situation, I was not able to work out at my usual capacity because some of you know I am a Zumba instructor, so it's not like working out is new to me. It is just that I fell off where consistency was concerned, and my consistency was not great, but again, I had personal health issues, so I just could not even be as consistent as I would have liked to. So to get back into the gym or to get back into a consistent routine was something that was difficult, and I'll be very honest with you, like health aside, it's hard to be consistent in the gym. Like even before that, I think I just tried to work out 3 to 4 days a week, but to work out every single day for 30 days? It was a no. But yeah, the benefits I think were great. And the purpose of this video is I wanted to just document this very important thing that I am very proud of, but I also want to share with you why I would even recommend or suggest you to do some kind of 30-day challenge like this, and why it is beneficial to do it. What can you expect from doing 30 days of exercise every single day for at least 30 minutes? Because when we think about exercise every single day, it can be very daunting, and trust me, it was challenging sometimes, and I have at least 2 days where I'm pretty sure there are 2 days where I didn't even do fully 30. I think I did 20 minutes on the second day and then 10 minutes on the third to last day, and I'll explain why. But I think even just pushing myself to do the 30 minutes was great. But I can ramble on and on and on, but I don't have forever. I have places to be. But if you are interested to hear about my 30-day challenge and the changes that I experienced and the changes that you can potentially experience in your own body, mind, and just overall well-being, well, keep on watching. In the first week, obviously, for any kind of activity, getting started is the hardest part. It was so difficult, but I was gentle with myself. So with this challenge, it's not that I had to do some kind of strenuous activity every single day. No, I could go for a walk. I could do light arm workouts. I can just do some yoga stretches. Ideally, I'm want to work out, but it didn't have to be that. The main thing was I just had to be consistent with my workouts. So I think the first 7 days, I'm trying to like look at my little journal of photos that I took. And will I include a before and after? I might do that. So I'll, like, this is like 3 days before. Like, I have a photo here that I'm seeing right now, actually, where it's 3 days before the challenge. I don't even know when I decided to do the challenge. Probably around here, but I clearly was not too happy with how I looked, especially because, you know, I mean, I have a photo here where I'm basically hiding my stomach. So clearly I wasn't too happy with how I was looking at the time. And today I was so confident. I was like, ooh. Do you lose a whole heap of weight? That's a whole nother topic. And I will get to the exact changes, the physical changes that I saw. But in the first week, I think the most important thing was to be easy on myself, because when it comes to being consistent, especially with working out, if you start out hard and you can keep on going hard, all power to you, because I know there's this thing called, what is it, 75 hard? If you can do 75 hard, by all means, like, go ahead. I know I couldn't do that. I know that if I started off too hard in the very beginning, I may just not even continue with the challenge. So my first week, I did a lot of treadmill walking. I'd walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes, listen to podcasts, my devotions in the morning, music. So day 1, I did treadmill, I did my Zumba class. Day 2, I did some yoga in the morning. Yeah, that one was for 20 minutes because of my period. And for the ladies watching, it is okay if you cannot push it too much in that time of the month. It's hard, man. It is hard. It is so hard. Day 3 was just a lot of walking. I did 10,000 steps. Day 4, I did 10 minutes of abs, some Zumba in my room. Day 5 and day 6, I did more treadmill walking. And day 7. So day 7 was when I realized that we are weak. We are weak because day 7, I did a full body workout with dumbbells and just like push-ups or whatever. And I was like so out of it. And again, it's hard to not be hard on yourself in this life. We are our biggest critics, but I was a huge critic of myself at that point. So after week 1, so what am I saying? Pushing myself in week 1 made me realize exactly where I am physically, what my activity level was at, what my endurance was at. I think cardio is not bad because of Zumba. Zumba is really what kept me going cardio-wise. But when it came to strength training, I realized I was falling off a bit. So after the first week, I reassessed and then I said, okay, yeah, we're going to go back and tighten up a little bit and focus on some strength training. So that was the first week. Then the second week came about, did my Zumba class on day 8, day 9. I did more walking on the treadmill. And then day 10, I did 45 minutes on the treadmill, okay. And some more, and then on day 10 as well in the evening. So some days I did work out 2 times in the day. I would work out in the morning, some days, and then in the evening. Now, the way my challenge worked, it doesn't matter if I worked out 2 times in one day. I still need to work out the next day at a minimum 30 minutes. So that's how my challenge kind of was for me. So I did chest and back as part of strength training. And then day 11 was more of a cool down where I did more stretching from the chest and back. Day 12 did some treadmill and Zumba. Day 13 did more core and some Zumba in my room. Day 14 I walked on the treadmill, did some core, and then I did some arm workouts. So that was day 14. So basically that's 2 weeks. Day 15, I did some Zumba. So the trend is cardio. The trend was cardio, but day 15 is important actually, because I'm gonna come back to day 15 the following week, because I record my Zumba classes where I record myself, and I look back at that video. So we're coming back to day 15 very shortly. Day 16, I attended a Zumba class, worked out legs, and then I did another group fitness. I think that was 3 hours of working out. I would never recommend anyone to do 3 hours of a workout. That just happened the way it did. Day 17, I did more chest and back exercises. Then day 18, this was interesting. So I am just trying to find anything and anything to keep moving, right? So one of my students was like, hey, come to yoga. And I was like, bet. So I went to a yoga class at the gym that I teach at, and man, I was stiff. Now, mobility was something that I was personally not thinking about in this challenge, but it was great. I kind of loved it. And it's funny because, you know, it worked out timing wise, because the Sunday before that, so this was a Friday where I went to yoga class for the first time in God knows how long, and I've only done yoga a handful of times, but I bought a yoga mat that was on sale at Costco for $20, so it was a good time to have that yoga mat on hand. So I went to yoga pilates on the Friday, and man, I was sweating. It wasn't even hot yoga, but I was just sweating up a storm. But I thought it was good. I thought it was great. And then I decided I'm gonna do it again. So she had a class the following morning on the Saturday. So, and that one was more of just like I don't know what you call it, flow, some kind of flow for yoga. So more on the stretching and some amount of strength exercises, but it was great. It was amazing. I genuinely loved it. Now, I haven't gone back to the class yet because I've been sick. So being sick, I just try to take it easy on myself. That is the other thing. Being sick on a challenge like this for so long was rough. It was so rough. Oh my God, because I think I was sick already, I think, from the Friday into the Saturday, and I think going to the class on Saturday just kind of made it worse. So yeah, that made it worse. So that's Saturday. What did I do on the Sunday, which is day 20? At this point, I did more yoga, where I found a yoga channel. I think her name was Cassandra, because I do her a couple more times after this. But I did 30 minutes of yoga on this day, and it was, I note here, it was a little bit tough because I was under the weather. I was supposed to even go hiking that day actually and count that as my activity, but I was sick, so I didn't go hiking. But now we're only 2/3 the way, and it's funny how in the process of it all, it feels so long. The days and the weeks felt so long, but looking through just the photos, it's like 20 days was nothing, right? In the grand scheme of things. Day 21, I was still under the weather, so I did more yoga at home. Day 22, I taught my Zumba class. Oh, this is important actually. Day 22 or day 23 is important. This is when, like I mentioned earlier to you, that I record my classes. I was watching my Zumba class from day 15, right? So this is 1 week later. I looked at the video and I'm sorry, but I fully disliked how I was looking. At that point, I was like, oh my God, we are spilling out. The guts are spilling out. The face is looking the double chin is spilling out. Like, everything just felt so puffy, looked so puffy. And I know this is not how I was looking. Like, don't get me wrong, I was never Miss Skinny, right? I was never Miss Skinny, but I have been recording almost all of my classes, and it's only this particular class where I really just felt like I was not looking like myself. And you would think that after working out for 20 days that you would not dislike how you look, but I did. I was not loving how I was looking at all. Not at all. So it was good that, I was already on my journey of self-improvement. Like, listen, taking care of yourself is self-care. Like, it is important to take care of yourself. I was already on the journey, so I can't even say, oh, I need to get started. But it's like, okay, you recognize that you are not looking like how one mirror is telling you. Like, the mirror is telling me I look great, but the video said otherwise, right? The video said otherwise. And I also kind of thought about, I'm not saying that I have to be peak fitness or I have to look like a Victoria's Secret model, but even as someone who is an instructor, I do think it's important for me to take care of myself as much as possible. So it doesn't mean I have to be skinny necessarily, but also don't fully let yourself go or don't lead a completely unhealthy lifestyle. Like, as an instructor, you are almost an example of fitness, and all instructors look different, but the lifestyle shouldn't be that unhealthy if people are looking up to you at a gym. So I was like, yeah, okay. When it comes to the fitness world, when it comes to exercise, I knew I wasn't bad. I was pretty good when it comes to exercising, but I knew my downfall was diet. Diet was something that I just never got down pat, and I still haven't gotten it down pat. But I recognize that I have made changes, and I am improving, but there is always more to improve where that was concerned. So literally the following morning after watching that video, I went straight to Metro and Costco to get all these veggies, get the cabbage, get my carrots, get my salad, just get all the good stuff. I bought some baby potatoes to substitute for the rice I've been just chomping down. So got potatoes. I've been eating Greek yogurt, so that was fine. And then I got, don't come for me, but I got a food scale. My mother was like, you got a food scale? Is this what we've come to? She said, you just need to control your portions. Now, easier said than done, but I feel like once I can actually see what I have been eating or how I'm eating, then it will be more of a reality check. So I'm not measuring every single thing even right now, but on the first few days for what I was eating, yeah, I was weighing the shoot out of everything that I was eating. Even without weighing, I knew that my biggest downfall was the fact that I would go back for seconds and would go back for thirds. So I know we're talking about my 30-day challenge, but I think a big point I'm trying to get across in this very moment is that your diet is important. When it comes to overall fitness, I'm sorry, your diet really makes the hugest difference. I think my body showed a bigger difference in the last week, the last 8 days of changing my diet versus the 22 days of me just being on fitness, right? And don't get me wrong, the 22 days of fitness is better than when I was doing not 22 days of fitness, but the 8 days where I changed my diet alongside the fitness is where I personally saw most of the change. I'm sorry, I'm stuffy. I'm still sick. But yeah, so I got the veggies, I got the food scale. I had already bought my meat. Now, even up to this point, to be clear, I've also been cooking all my food. So this is something that I've been doing the last couple months anyways. It wasn't just since the challenge. I have been cooking 95% of the food that I eat at home, right? So that typically involves like beef, chicken, salmon, lamb. I think those are the 4 meats I typically cook. Don't come for me if I pronounce this wrong, but paneer, that's used in the Indian cuisines. Yeah, I tried making some of those too. Delicious, delicious, delicious. But those are, so I've been just eating food but controlling my portions. It has been the main thing. And I've been loving this Greek salad from Costco. Oh my goodness, this Greek salad from Costco has been also a game changer, because it tastes so good and it really fills up my stomach in a way where typically if I wanted to go back for thirds and fourths and whatever, it takes up so much space in my stomach that I don't feel the need to have as much to eat. So it helps with feeling full. So that was great. I love that. But yeah, so basically after day 23, I had a change in my diet and definitely was eating much healthier and also just more controlled portion sizes. Day 24, I went to Zumba as a student, and day 25, I did 30 minutes of yoga at home because again was coming down with the flu for the second time. I think this flu has come back to me like 3 times in the last week and a half, and it's still here, right? So I am struggling. So I did yoga on day 25. Day 26 was tricky. So day 26, I did 12 minutes of Zumba at home because I was rushing. Then I went to an uncle's 80th birthday party and it was lit. It was lit. Do the kids even say lit anymore? I don't even think the kids say lit. But it was fire. I am such a zillennial. Not really millennial, not really Gen Z. But I danced the night away, so I call that my activity of staying active. Day 27, I just went for a walk outside. It was nice outside. So I just walked. So probably like an hour of walking. Then day 28, once again, the cramps, my period. Oh my goodness, that was one of the worst periods I had in a few months. I think the last time it was that bad was in June, but like it was just bad. It was on the floor. Now I tried to do this yoga for period cramps, which is what I was doing on day 2. So I said, okay, let's pull up that yoga for period cramps, but I feel like the flow just, the cramps just, oh my god, it was just bad. It was horrid. And I'm going to talk about just living life with bad cramps and things I take for bad cramps. If you have bad cramps, like I have things, it's just the day did not go according to how I wanted it to go. And because of that, certain things I would have taken, I didn't have it on me. So if I was supposed to take it 4 times, I took it once and then not again till the cramps had already started. So it was just, yeah. So basically, because of the pain, I only made it 10 minutes into the video before the pain got so bad that I threw up. So yeah, so I only did 10 minutes, but you know, at least I really made the attempt to show up for myself. And I think even the learning lesson there is, it's okay if you don't work out every day to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, this was a challenge. This challenge it's because of the challenge why I was very hell-bent on doing the workout. But let's say this was my regular day-to-day lifestyle, right? Naturally, I would not be working out on a day if I had my period cramps like that. There are people who say, oh yeah, work out on your period, you'll feel better. Move. So That was day 20. That was day 28. Yes. Then day 29, I taught a Zumba class, my spooky Halloween Zumba class. That was so much fun, but still a bit under the weather because still stuffy, but I made it through. Oh yeah, that class was also hard because the cramps kept me up the night. So I was running on almost no sleep, so I had a big headache the whole day. So yeah, did that. And then today I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. So, yay! And that is that. And personally, I think I look great. Like, I think I look amazing. I am looking at the little selfies I took in the mirror today. I just think I look so good. Now, granted, I thought I was looking good even around the time where I didn't think I looked good. So, I look even better. Now the scale, for some reason that scale was not budging. I am like 178 right now. Did I record the weight when I started? I think I was 177. So on average, I mean technically it went up, but it was 177 I think, and I think the max was 180. I think I was 180 around the second week, at the end of the second week. So it's like went up a little bit down, but I have been working out and I do see the differences in my body and I think I look better. So anyways, that's basically how my 30 days went. It was challenging, it was hard, as easy as it sounds as I read it off my little summary notes, my little tracker. 30 days of anything is hard, but it does become easier when you do make it part of your lifestyle, which is why I would definitely recommend anyone to do 30 days of anything that they really want to do, because it builds habits. It becomes a habit. It is ingrained in you, and you will just naturally even want to do it without even thinking about it after your 30 days, because it has just become a part of your lifestyle. Lifestyle is the word. Like, it's not supposed to just be a one-time thing. And you know, when you work out for 30 days, I mean, the things I did not expect in this challenge. First of all, I never expected to do yoga. That is a big thing. Yoga was something I did not expect to do at all. But it came up because I'm just trying to find anything and anything. Like, I'm just picking at activities. Like, what can I do today? What can I do this day, you know? And the yoga was just like, okay, yeah, I'll do yoga. And I kind of like it a lot. I don't want to say love yet, but yoga was nice. And it's opened up another part of my fitness that I don't focus on too much, which is mobility, which is more which is more important as you get older. Mobility is so important. You don't want to be stiff. So yoga, you know, from this 30-day challenge is definitely something I will be incorporating way more frequently as I continue my personal fitness journey. So yoga, love that. I love the yoga. Oh, did I just say love? Oopsies. But I do. It was great. It was great. So the yoga, amazing. The diet, again, the diet was something that also just came up in this 30-day challenge. I mean, I am more mindful of everything that I eat. I'm mindful of how much I'm consuming. I'm mindful of the times that I'm eating. I am not restricted. Like, I still eat the other things I like, but just not in the way that I was. And I personally think it makes a difference. I feel more energetic. I feel less bloated. That's the big thing. I used to feel bloated all the time, and I don't feel as bloated as I used to. So the diet change is something that, again, was not part of the challenge, but came up in the challenge. It's just as if, you know, the challenge was a door, but then behind this door were just so many other things I was not really thinking about to take more seriously in my life, in my fitness life. So I I thought that was a great change that I have made. So diet was amazing. Diet was amazing. Consistency or discipline. Discipline is a big thing, and the discipline of this does not apply to fitness alone. It applies to anything in your life. Keeping a promise to yourself is something you should not take for granted, right? And that's just what discipline is for me, that you made a promise to yourself, to you, and the only person you're disappointing is you. It's just you. Why would you disappoint yourself? Why would you let yourself down? We're out here, I mean, okay, I'll talk for myself. I can be a people pleaser sometimes, right? And I am working my way out of that. But people please yourself. People talk about, treat yourself, which I will always do. I will always treat myself. Hello, self-care. But self-care is more than just buying this thing because you like it and it makes you happy. Self-care is also highlighting what is important for you, what benefits you, your mind, your body, and your soul, and ensuring that you get all these needs fulfilled, even if it's hard to do, even if it's challenging, right? So even in this 30 days, like, I knew that nothing bad can come out of me focusing on doing 30 days of consistent exercise. Like, it can't go bad. So do it for yourself. Like, and it was hard. The first week, I'm telling you, no, even if you do something like this, the first week is going to be hard. Heck, the second week might just be hard too. Second week might be a little bit easier, but the first week is definitely so hard, especially when you're not used to it. Because I'm used to working out like every other day, every 2 days. So the back to back 3 days, doing 3 days of working out and not taking a break after, that was challenging for me. But it was so worth it. It is so good for my body, and I'm very happy and proud of myself that I stuck it out the last 30 days. That's a whole month, man. That's a whole month. So, yeah. Discipline, that can apply to anything. So whether it is work-related, another hobby, a project that you just personally have, like, just whatever it is, just stick it out. Just be disciplined. Discipline doesn't necessarily mean every single day also, but show up. Show up for yourself in the ways that you need, right? So yeah, that was that. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about in this video? I don't know. But like I mentioned, this is like, when I was thinking about the challenge, I knew I didn't want to start the challenge off raw like that. So technically my 30 days isn't even like 30 days only, it's probably like 32 days, because I didn't want to just start off and then fall off. So I think I was working out 2 days before. So in this photo I was mentioning, I was thinking about the challenge, not clearly liking how I'm looking, and then today, bam, 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 bam. Body yada 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 yada. I think I look great personally, and it's not about you can't look better, but I see the improvement. I remember I was even talking to my mom and I was saying, oh, I don't think my chin is as puffy as it was before. It was looking a little bit puffy, right? So, and she agreed that the chin had slimmed down a little bit. So even though the scale is not really showing all the changes that I was clearly seeing, I saw the differences. Like, you put on clothes, you feel better in your clothes. Like my tights, my leggings don't feel as tight around the waist. So that's another change that I felt. Again, that's between the working out, the diet, like all these things work together to have the changes in your body. So that was that. I love the fact that the bulging outside of the top, like the muffin top, yeah, that's it, the muffin top wasn't as crazy as it was in the beginning. So I saw that change. So between changes around the waist, the face, personally, I think my skin has been breaking out a little less. I was still breaking out a little bit around, I think, the second week, but things have really been, like, my skin has been looking really good the last couple of weeks. But again, I also just changed my diet. So there's so many reasons. Oh, did I forget? I was also taking sea moss every day while I was doing the diet aspect. Like, I had sea moss in my cabinet already. So I just, soaked it and then blended it up. So I would take it in the morning and then eat whatever. So skin has been doing good. The skin has been doing good. But basically, doing a 30-day challenge, if there's a habit that you want to make for yourself, the 30-day challenge sets it in motion. And doing 30 days straight gets you mentally into the headspace of, I want this thing. Like, I want to do better, I want to be better, and I want my body to be better. So I would definitely recommend just take a bet on yourself and know that this is only for you. Whether you do it or not, it affects no one else really. It only can affect you. It's really important for us to make changes in our lives that improves our minds, our bodies, and our souls. So, I mean, this video is a little bit out of character for the videos that I typically make, but it's still under the self-care and fitness aspect. I mean, if you have any other questions about the 30 days that I've been doing so far and what I plan to continue doing in lifestyle, hey, leave me a comment below. We can chat about this. If you actually want to see more content about the fitness side of my life, also let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'm a Zumba instructor. If you're interested in Zumba, let me know. I have an Instagram, Zumba with Njeri, so follow along for more details on online classes that I will be having soon. But yeah, thank you for watching if you're still here. And even if no one makes it to the end, I'm still documenting this part of this challenge. Again, I am just very proud of me for what I was able to do the last 30 days. And I wanted to share this with you guys and hope it inspires any of you to take on your own kind of challenge to better yourself. So thank you again, everyone, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And remember, self-care is how we practice self-love. Mwah! Bye!